Hey everybody, it's Ronn Grant, and you're watching Just for the Record. Stay tuned, you're watching 284 Media.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages.
Elvis Harrigan. Just for the record, we're going to go through a few of what I like to call my homework. I did my homework, and we're going to have a conversation about misconceptions, because a lot of times, Mr. Harrigan, people like to say they know you. And when I think of somebody saying they know me, sometimes I kind of cringe almost, because knowing me and knowing of me are two different things. All right? 1999, 6th District NDP candidate. 2003, at-large VIP candidate. 2007, 5th District VIP candidate. 2011, 5th District VIP candidate. 2015, you were the 6th District VIP candidate. And now in 2018, you are the 5th District NDP candidate. That's a total of 6 times you have contested a seat in the House of Assembly, one of which you were successful. 2 members of the electorate, some members, these are not my words, that could come across as maybe not loyal or fickle or unpredictable. Just for the record.
Why should the people of the 5th District trust you?
And what do you say to those claims?
Certainly, and thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to express myself to the public through this media. It's always good. First of all, in 1999, I was a founding member of the National Democratic Party. I was asked to give my service to the community like I did for many, many years since I was a Cub Scout. Mm-hmm. I am service-oriented. And then I have a passion to represent people, which is what I continue to do even in Rotary as I do now.
Yes, you're a pro-Rotarian.
Yes, certainly. And I spent 32 years in basketball. My greatest accomplishment was assisting with the structure of the gymnasium you now have. So about 32 years, that's where I retired and went full-time into Rotary, continue to serve. So you can say that I do have a passion for service. And that's why I got involved in the political arena also when I was asked. Mm-hmm. And the NDP asked me the first time around, and the NDP who came out of the Virgin Islands Party was a young, innovative group, and I saw the future leadership in the NDP. That's why I joined them in 1999. In 2003, when I departed the National Democratic Party, without going too much into details, it was a falling out.
Okay.
And what exactly happened, I did return to my home in Long Trench. I was really going to contest the election. But I got calls. Again, you have a lot to give to your country. So why sit home and don't do anything? It's your country. Mm-hmm. So I decided to join the Virgin Islands Party. And I've been there since. Unfortunately, 2011 came and I was not selected to be the candidate for the 5th electoral district. Instead, I was asked to move across to the 6th,
right.
For reasons which I didn't agree with.
Okay.
But being, again, in a party, I did it.
And supportive of them too.
And supportive of them. Actually, I was a bit reluctant, but again, you're with a group, you're with a party. And then later on, I realized what's going on here. My passion is to serve the community, not a group, and not a party. And if I have the ability and given the opportunity to continue to serve our people, I would do that in the capacity that's afforded to me. And hence, when I was asked to rejoin the National Democratic Party, I took full advantage of it, and that's why I am where I am. So, but my intention is actually to serve the people, and that's my passion that I have.
So for the claims that you are unloyal or you jumping ship, you are willing to serve in whatever capacity you are able to?
I am willing to serve, and on both sides are friends and family, so it feels the same.
So if it means moving from a district where you might be afforded the opportunity or better suited to fit, or as you have returned home, as you said, to the National Democratic Party, that is a part of service.
Service, and it's a passion that I have to serve the people of this territory. It's all about the love of the people, and one of the reasons I am so involved now in shaping some of the ideas going forward with the National Democratic Party. One of the heavy ones is you have to love people to serve people. Our leaders, I think, I would encourage our leaders to have a heart when they're serving people, especially since the Hurricane Irma and Maria. This is no more about making money. This is no more about wealth. This is about now taking care of people, because there's a lot of people out there hurting.
Absolutely.
And as the assistant governor for Rotary, I've been through the entire territory. So I see the pain that they're going through. And that is why I am so passionate about now going out there. If I had the abundance of money like some people do, I would do more. But I can't do more. I have to use the resources at my hand. And some people will call and say, oh, you didn't help me with this. I just can't, because I didn't have the resources to do it.
Understood.
But I help as much as I can.
Okay. Now, we all talk about wanting a better Virgin Islands. What does a better Virgin Islands look like for Mr. Harrigan?
Unfortunately, we had Hurricane Irma Maria. I think we were well on our way to making the Virgin Islands even a greater place than we were. As you can see, we're a tourist destination,
Yes.
and we were doing well. We had the development of the Pear Park, which would have really helped in that area. Even though the financial services goalposts keep moving, it's a global phenomenon, and I think we are always going to have difficulties, because the bigger countries will always try to get their taxes back into the country. As you know, I'm an accountant by profession.
Yes.
So I understand to a point what the bigger countries are trying to do and get their taxes home, because a lot of countries are really strained when it comes to income and revenue. So they're trying to get. So we understand that. But we also have to live. And once it's above board, which we always try to do, we are a financial services destination. We don't hide nobody's money here. All we do is afford them of the vehicle to invest their money where they want to invest their money. So we are just part of that global opportunity for these wealthy people. And God smiled on them, so allow them the opportunity to do that. What it also does is it gives us the opportunity here for people to get involved in the financial services, create jobs, because from the financial services, your spin-off of the revenue help everything. Everybody is involved, right, or benefits from financial services. We can even use the financial services funds that we get to help develop the tourism product. Like I've seen in Dubai, when I was there, they were using the gas that they have, making as much money as they can from it, but they put it right back into the infrastructure where they can have their tourism develop.
Now, accountant by trade, part of being an elected official is helping your team and the country set budget as well as pass legislation. How do you see yourself assisting your team in reference to budget shortfalls and kind of leading the territory into post-Irma, leading the territory into financial prosperity?
First and foremost, I think that in the Ministry of Finance, I think we need a bit of help there. In 2008, I think it was, I suggested to the then Premier, Mr. O'Neill,
yes,
that in the Ministry of Finance, the Financial Secretary needs a bit of help up there. Let's get a systems analyst, let's get a budget analyst, let's get a data analyst, so we can get a proper budget together, not for next year, not for the next 2 years, but maybe for the next 10, 15, 20 years, because we actually need a plan for the territory, something like a 20-year plan,
okay,
that we can see exactly where we are going and then monitor it. So if you have those persons in the Ministry of Finance, then you can work with the other ministries and help them develop the same plan. It's one plan for the territory, but all of the departments and the ministries have to understand this plan.
okay,
And then you need to modernize. When I say modernize, you need to get more technical in the departments. So everybody need to speak to each other through possibly one line. I think we use the JDE or GED system. one of the things we need, and it probably can do it, maybe it can, we need to get to this accrual system. I've sounded loud and clear that government needs to know who they owe and who owe them. What monies are there, because you can pass a budget for $300 million. So, but how much money did you actually receive that year? Was it 350 or was it 250? You have to understand
Checks
these.
and balances.
Yes, you have to understand these things, and you also have to have timely information. It makes no sense, and I got very upset when I was in Parliament. Got very upset in 2009. Say you were giving me a report 2005. What sense does that make? The world changed probably 4 times over. So timely information is important, and getting the right people with the right information to plan, long-term planning, is what we need in this territory. From the infrastructure, the roads, because if you get the roads fixed, the water, the electricity, and so forth, it then gives the investors an opportunity to develop, which is what you want. So you want to encourage investment where you give your people the opportunity to move forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, just for the record, we'll be back with Elvis Juggy Harrigan.
That's a great idea. So we have some pasta. Hello?
Wait, you're the lounge again? You say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll
See you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
Now, Mr. Harrigan, you served as a parliamentarian before. What can voters expect this time around in reference to your leadership in the 5th District?
A continued program as to what I had before, which is representing the district. The district itself is home to a lot of young people, talented young people. As a matter of fact, I will go as far as to say that the 5th District probably have some of the best athletes in this territory, especially when it comes to basketball, because a number of the basketball players that I was afforded the opportunity to help assist in going to overseas studies to get a career through basketball. A few of them are in the 5th District. And I'm proud to see that right now a number of them are contributing in ways to develop this territory. To the 5th District, again, we need to get the opportunity to provide a center where people can actually go to meet. And I know we always talk about community centers, but one of the ideas I had in the 5th District when I was there was to, by the basketball court, before the basketball court went there, was to build a center big enough to host indoor basketball, volleyball. It also had rooms like a kitchenette. You teach cooking, another area where you teach carpentry. As a matter of fact, even before the center was there, I had a 5th District Resource Center where we actually did cooking. I asked persons to volunteer to teach. I had some 2 persons from the Hispanic community to lay blocks, to teach persons how to lay blocks. In other words, it isn't everybody that's academically inclined,
Correct.
but everybody must eat.
Now, let me ask you this though, because a lot of people have been rallying for community centers in their districts, and I can understand it. But tell me if you agree or not. I find that we have quite a bit of community centers across the territory, many of which are underutilized. They literally, I think the goats and the sheep utilize them more than the actual people. It's all well and good to say we need a community center or another community center in the 5th District, but what will you do to confidently reassure that they will be used to the benefit and not just become another community center that sits there and maybe once or twice it's utilized?
I'm happy you asked that, because I believe that we build community centers in reverse. In other words, you're supposed to take pen to paper and decide what you want the community center what functions you want in a community center, like I did. I wanted areas where you could teach a skill. I wanted the downstairs of it would have been a band room, totally soundproof, where the bands can go in, practice, and make how much of a noise they wanted to make without disturbing the community. You even had a kitchenette where you can have someone go in and have a little business, snack it or whatever, and now to solve the community there. There's a church next door. There's a lot of seniors there. So you had an open area where you can hold functions. You also had upstairs where if you brought in a basketball team or volleyball team from overseas, they have sleeping quarters.
So building them with purpose.
With a purpose. That's what you call a multi-purpose center.
Understood.
And then, but for relaxation, and I love this part, there was a veranda outside there by the road where you had 3 or 4 domino tables, chess, whatever, where you can relax while the people pass, the kids pass and support, and have a after work relax mode, if you want to put it there. But important to have your function of a community first, and then you build a community center. I totally agree. You have a lot of them around, but they should be strategically placed. The one there that I had in Hamptonscott would have been able to help the 4th district, the 5th district, the 6th district, because there's a lot of people there. So you want to really build a center that can help the area, the area and the surrounding areas. After school program, you would never have enough place for that. But each area should have an area where you can hold the after school programs. Okay. After school programs are important because you can't teach everything in school, but you have to come out sometimes. And it's not only basketball only. I don't know sewing. I'm not a chef.
Right.
But you have areas that I don't know, but you bring people in.
Experts, absolutely.
To volunteer their time. 2-3 hours, everybody's busy, so you understand that, to help our people. No. And that will grow the community.
For the residents of the 6th district who might be undecided, some people from all over the electorate for different reasons say they're not even going to vote. Why should they vote for Elvis Harrigan?
One, let me go back to the first question I had. Remember, we're still recovering. So the 5th district now, like any other district, I think, recovery is of paramount importance. So that is what we need to continue to do. And the beautification and the different things, the roads, we need to do that. Persons need to vote, not only for myself, but persons need to vote a team in that would help with the continued development and the recovery of this territory. Do not go past the recovery. Again, like I said earlier, people are hurting and there are still houses without roofs. We need to get them on. And once people are happy, then they will all come together and chip in to develop this country, because we are actually better and stronger together. So we need to help each other to get to that level where we are all happy and we can move forward. So what I would say, why would you vote for Elvis Harrigan? Because Elvis Harrigan have a passion to represent. I've been there in the community representing. In politics, out of politics, no matter where I am, I give a lot of time to this community voluntarily. I will continue to do that. I'm approachable. I have a lot of contacts because of my connection to people from the time I was young in different organizations. So if you have something to do, if you need something, for instance, I might know someone who can assist without probably costing you anything, or even advice in an area, whether it be finance, whether I can even probably find a chef for you, right? So the connection is there, and you can actually come and ask me anything at any time. And I'm always out in the public. I have this thing about me that I live on the street, and not literally, but I spend a lot of time on the street, especially with young people. And I'm getting older now, so I slow down a bit. But people can come and talk to me. And that's most important. You have to be able to speak to a representative. And I'm not going to leave this one. You have to represent with heart. You have to have a passion to represent. You just can't come today and expect to represent people. So you've been gathering your millions, your 20, 30 houses all over the place, and now all of a sudden you want to represent the people. Well, they're hurting. You were there before. You could have probably helped them already. So why didn't you help them? Now you're coming out. I can help you now. But I don't know. To your zone. The people will make up their mind, but I am offering myself again. And you can come and speak to me at any time,
Accessible.
any place. I drive around, I walk around, and I'm there.
All right.
So that's what I have to give.
Let's play a little game, Mr. Harrigan.
Again.
All right. We're going to have some fun. Don't be scared.
I hope it's basketball.
That we can't play because I would be no help to you. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you're going to tell me the first thing that comes to your head. All right? And let's see. Childhood celebrity crush.
Childhood celebrity crush.
Or even as an adult.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. All right. You have any secret talents?
Why should I tell you it's a secret? I can actually sew.
Okay. Guilty pleasure.
You probably need to leave that one alone, but can we pass that one?
We can pass that one.
To be honest, it's not for the camera.
That's understandable. Luxury you can't live without.
Luxury can't live without. A luxury I can't live without.
For me, it's hot water.
For you, it's hot water. No, a comfortable bed.
Okay.
Yeah, a comfortable bed.
Someone from yesteryear that you would take to lunch.
Someone from yesteryear that I would take to
Particularly
lunch.
maybe in Virgin Islands history.
I know, but I had a teacher who taught me how to type.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not bad at typing.
Okay.
And shorthand I did in school. As a matter of fact, I let a little secret out. I was the only boy in commercial, Ford Farm commercial, and Fifth Farm commercial in school between all the ladies. And I was.
You must have enjoyed that.
Oh no, I took my mom made sure we took school serious.
Okay.
And I don't think I could have done carpentry. My father was amazing. The sun was too hot. And I don't think I could do anything else like a mechanic. So I chose a pen.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
The
But
best
my
piece of
high school teacher.
advice. Best piece of advice you've ever gotten.
The best piece of advice I've ever gotten: go into accounting. You love figures, and it looked like you can really analyze. So
And it worked for you.
And it worked. And I was from very young in third form in high school. I actually gave up fourth form Spanish because from third to fourth, the stream I went in, it didn't allow for Spanish. But I wanted to do accounting, bookkeeping.
Do you speak a foreign language?
I barely can speak English, but I do Spanish a bit. But on that note, I will encourage the young people today to learn a second or even third language. And Mandarin is not bad because I think we're getting more involved with China and Latin America, so Spanish. But I'll tell you something about Spanish though. I visited Spain one time, Madrid and Barcelona. And I thought I was kicking when I had my little hola, mi amigo, and so forth. And they look at me as if I'm crazy.
It's not going to cut
It's not going to cut it. I learned that the hard way. So Spanish is not Spanish.
Okay.
But yes, I would.
All right.
I would.
Elvis Harrigan, thank you so much. Just for the record.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hungry? Having an afternoon craving? Can't find a parking space? Don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle of road town traffic? Introducing everyone's new food savior, DeliverVI.com. Welcome to food delivery service at your fingertips. We know the feeling of having a hectic day and not wanting to leave the office. So, we're bringing the tastiest island cuisine straight to you. Timely, efficient, and professional services catering to all your lunchtime needs. You can order for one or the entire office. So, what are you waiting for? Get online at DeliverVI.com. It's lunchtime.